Hey guys, this is Jessica Gutierrez with Clean With Me podcast. This is a podcast where I walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together. Hey everybody, happy podcast day. So if you have noticed, I have been doing them on Thursdays. I try to aim for Wednesdays, but lately they've just been ending up coming out on Thursdays. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been messaging me and listening and giving me feedback. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that. But I want to go ahead and get right into it, and I want you guys to get motivated and ready. So whatever that means for you, I want you to motivate yourself. Everyone is different. Everyone has different things that gets them moving and gets them in a cleaning mode. For me, it's if I get ready for the day and I just force myself to start doing it. Once I start doing it, I get excited about cleaning once I'm in it and I'm doing it. After the dishes, of course. Dishes don't get me excited. After I'm done doing the dishes, then I usually get into like a rhythm. And once I'm in a rhythm, I'm wanting to do extra things and I'm going over and above, and then next thing you know, an hour's gone by. So that's what I want for you guys, and I want you to find personally what works for you and what motivates you. But all I can do is tell you what works for me, and for me it's lighting a candle, opening up all my blinds, letting light into the area. I know a friend of mine said the same thing before she cleans. Her ritual is she opens up all the blinds and lights a candle. So I know that is the same for many people. That's the same for me, and also I have to get ready for the day, because if I don't, some people prefer to clean and then get ready, which it probably makes more sense to do it that way, because then you're not all sweaty and gross. But I don't know what it is. It's something about it. Getting ready makes me feel like I'm starting my day, and it gives me more energy, and it makes me feel better about myself, and it makes me more productive in my day, just overall. The earlier I get ready, actually, the more productive I am, I've found. And I'm going to keep talking about this, but first let's go ahead and start our laundry switch. So let's take our clothes from the washer and move them from the washer to the dryer, and from the dryer to the laundry basket, and we'll get to that after the episode. And make sure to fold those clothes, because we want to fold clothes as they come out of the dryer. That way we're not having a laundry pile and having to deal with that later. So be doing the laundry switch, and I'm going to talk about motivating and self-motivating and keeping what I do to stay productive. So in the spirit of talking about motivation, there's something that I have tried, and I saw it in a video, which a lot of my ideas come from other people and videos and research and stuff. I listen to a lot of different cleaning stuff and glean what I like and what works for me from the videos and the TikToks and whatever that I see. And something really sat well with me, and I've been trying it, and it's actually really been working. I've been trying to get up a little bit earlier each day. When I first started this journey, I was waking up, and I think you guys that are avid listeners probably remember me saying that a lot of times I wake up when my kids wake up. And that has been the case for a long time. I get the exact amount of sleep, like as much sleep as I possibly can. And then when they wake up, when I was a stay-at-home mom, and then when they woke up, then I would get up. And that is fine, but I was missing a lot of good cleaning time, because in the evenings, I'm not very productive. I'm trying to spend time with my husband. I want to watch TV. I want to lay around. I want to do my paintings. I want to do stuff like that. And it's just not a productive time for me. Even if I'm cleaning in the evenings, I don't get as much done as I do in the morning time. So I've tried just getting up and just be doing the laundry switch while I'm talking. I've tried just getting up just a little bit earlier every day. At first, I watched a video that said just try like 15 minutes earlier and then do one chore, like one small chore. And it might have been a Fly Lady video, I'm not sure, but it was I can't remember the origin of the video, but it was something like that. And they were saying just to get up like 15 minutes earlier and do like one thing, like maybe just get up and make your bed, and then the next day, or maybe a couple days, depending on how your personal progression is, you can get up 30 minutes early and then maybe make breakfast, make the bed, and wipe down countertops and clean mirrors or something. Or maybe you can or maybe clean the bathroom, or just, some kind of bonus chore, or something from your cleaning notebook. I mentioned that I have a notebook that I write down things when I'm cleaning, and I notice, like, say a cabinet that needs organizing, I'll scroll it down in my cleaning notebook, and I'll go back to it whenever I get a moment of time or an extra time to do like bonus chores and things like that, because I'm really scatterbrained and I tend to forget things. So it's like that. If you're getting up early in the morning, just slightly earlier every day, and then soon you are like doing a full 20-minute house straightening in the morning before you know it. And then it's not difficult for you anymore. It's become a routine, and it's become a part of your life, and you're getting way more done every day, and you're leaving the house with a clean house. So I've really been implementing this in my life, and it's just made me healthier overall. And I have been getting up for work at like 5, and I know that sounds crazy maybe for some of you that are like, wait, okay, I don't want to, not everyone's going to get up at the same time. I don't have to be at work till like 10 o'clock, but I have to drive my kids an hour to it takes me like an hour commute there and back or whatever, so, and I like to spend my time getting ready and spend my time waking up, so I account for that. And I've also slowly, done the progression of waking up a little bit earlier every day and adding more chores to my morning routine, to where now I'm getting up at 5, getting a whole bunch of stuff done, or I'll just do my, clean up my room and my bathroom in the morning, or just, if I don't have any bonus chores to do, which is rare, I usually always have stuff to do, but I just spend some time for myself and just do a little self-care, pluck my eyebrows, do stuff that I don't usually have time to do, just for myself, some little extra getting ready in the morning, and just spending some time with myself and my thoughts. And it's really made me a healthier person. It's made me a happier person. It's made me less depressed, I feel like. It makes me happier. I feel more purposeful. I feel more active. And I'm going to go ahead and start on the on the dishes. I've been rambling. Sorry about that. But let's go ahead and start unloading the dishwasher if you haven't already. Let's unload all of the dishes from the dishwasher or your drying rack if you don't have a dishwasher. And let's get started on those dishes. And don't forget to check your refrigerator if you have any dishes in your refrigerator, if you have any leftover dishes, anything that needs to be washed from there, make sure you're doing that during the dish time, because while you're in dish mode, as I like to call it, me and my mom and our little, sayings, but I call it dish mode when I'm in dish mode. I like to do all the dishes when I'm in dish mode, because if I find a dish after I'm done doing the dishes, it irritates me personally. So I like to gather up all the dishes in the house. I like to check the refrigerator, because I'm bad about keeping my refrigerator clean. I know that as a person, I don't check my refrigerator very often and clean it. I'm checking in it a lot, I just don't clean it a lot. So I try to implement that into my dish time. I do a quick gathering of any leftover dishes and a quick wipe down of the refrigerator. Now, as you're doing this, if you're noticing, hey, my refrigerator is terrible right now, it needs some serious work, I need to take everything out and just do a overhaul of my refrigerator. Write that down in your cleaning journal if you don't have time today. Take note of it and do it at your earliest convenience. But once you've gathered all the dishes, I want you guys, and put all the dishes away, just be working on thoroughly pre-rinsing those dishes, because that's the most important thing, is getting all all the food off of your dishes and just doing a real thorough pre-rinse, disposing of any food, whatever way you do that. I don't have a garbage disposal, so I either have to go outside or I put it in the trash can and then I have to take out the trash. So however, whatever that means for you, make sure to do a very thorough pre-rinse. If you have any pans that you know are going to be really difficult to clean, maybe start the soaking process on those pans. Start those soaking with some hot water and some soap, or maybe you can boil some hot water and salt or something and keep, or if you have some bottles that need to be sanitized, maybe you found a bottle under your bed, which happens a lot with me, I'll admit. I'll find a lot of sippy cups and bottles under my bed sometimes. And, even if they're under there for like 1 or 2 days, they will stink if it's milk. So even if there's just like barely anything in it, I like to boil those and just sanitize it. Otherwise they smell even after you clean it with soap and water. So just boil any parts for your appliances, your blenders, anything like that. Maybe those need to be sanitized. Just those are some ideas, but just be doing the dishes, anything like that. But I know I went off on a tangent there talking about the getting up early thing, but it's really improved my quality of life a lot. And you can do you don't have to do what I do. Mine's kind of like a lazy morning routine, but just getting the act of getting up earlier, doing a couple chores, getting the kids' stuff all ready for when they wake up, and spending some extra time on myself whenever I don't have a lot of chores to do, that really, really, really helps me be productive later in the day for me. Now, you can use that time to exercise. You can use that to deep clean your house. You can use that to clean your entire house. And you can listen to your podcast before everyone. You can listen to my podcast before everyone wakes up in the morning and do a full hour clean if that's something that you work up to. That would be a goal of mine, is to do a full hour whole house clean before everyone woke up in the morning. And that is something I can definitely do because I am almost to the point of waking up with an extra hour to do whatever, because I've been just slowly waking up a couple minutes earlier every day. And definitely that's something I want to work up to, is doing a whole house clean when I wake up in the morning. Now, I'm not perfect, and this took me a long time on a long progression of waking up a little bit earlier every day. For years, I woke up at the last possible second, just got ready really quick and ran out the door in a hurry, stressed out. I've always done that. It's, I've always been a last minute kind of person. I am always on time, but I'm always rushing and stressed and, anxiety trying to get out the door. So this has been a big, big change for me, and it's really improved my life. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. And I hope that maybe you can try it. And like I said, you don't have to have the same goals I do. You don't have to want to wake up an hour earlier in the morning and clean up. But for me, it's like I have small children. That's my thinking time. When there's quiet, there's no, it's just my quiet time to think to myself. There's no kids saying, "Mommy, excuse me," 1,000 times. It's my quiet time. It's my happy time. It's time for just me. And also I'm cleaning during that time. So I feel like I'm getting stuff done, and that makes me feel better as a person. So still be chugging along at those dishes. And for those of you that are new here, I do a full cleaning walkthrough, starting with the kitchen or with laundry. I do a load of laundry. I like to do a load of laundry every day. That way I keep up with my laundry, because I have a lot of dirty laundry in my house. I don't have a lot of people in my house, but for some reason I have a lot of laundry. So I like to do at least one load a day, and then The reason why I do it at the beginning is so that we can fold at the end of the episode, because by the time an hour passes, it's usually time to switch the laundry again with any normal washer and dryer, and then you can fold at the end of the episode. Also, I like to start with the dishes because, one, everyone hates the dishes, I feel like, and it's just a good thing to get out of the way. Two, if you do nothing else but get your kitchen clean and do your dishes, I feel like that's the most important thing, because dishes have food, and food can get stinky and nasty, and the longer you keep dirty dishes in your sink, the more depressing it is, the more it stinks, the more, that's just something you don't want to sit. So I feel like it's the most important thing. It's something that you really have to get done first thing. So that's why I do that first, and then I will walk you through step by step each room of your house for a full hour, and hopefully get you to get your house clean in an hour. And I give you ideas of bonus chores and extra things that you can do when you have more time. And on Sundays, I will go with you and talk about some of those bonus chores, or do a speed cleaning 20-minute episode. So for those of you that are new, that's what we do around here. But we're coming up at the end of dish time. So if you're not done with your dishes, no worries. We all have those days. We all have disaster days. We all have bad days where our dishes are ridiculously accumulated and we've just been busy and stuff's been going on. We've all been there. So either pause me, rewind me, or keep listening and working on those dishes. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to other parts of the kitchen now. So let's go ahead and do what we always do in every room and get anything that does not belong in the kitchen out of the kitchen and dining room. So I have a small house, so I talk about the kitchen and the dining room as one, but if you have a larger house, then it might be, more of a big area that you have to cover. So if you need more time, feel free to pause me or rewind at any time, like I said. But just get anything that doesn't belong on the countertops or on the kitchen table and put it away where it goes. If there's any clutter, look through the eyes of another person. Pretend that you are a visitor coming into your home and looking at your home from the eyes of a stranger, and think, is there anything that looks cluttery? Is there anything that looks like it doesn't belong here? Is there anything that's not a decoration that, and we can even have too many decorations. I know sometimes I get a little crazy at the fall and Christmas decorations or whatever, and it can start to look cluttery. So I try not to go overboard with decorations and stuff like that. I like to decorate, and it does give me joy, and it does help me to maintain my house when I decorate, because it's something that I'm proud of, and it makes me proud of my house when I decorate for like Christmas or fall or what have you. But, too much of a good thing is no, there could be too much of a good thing. So make sure it's not cluttery. Just pretend like whatever that one person is that you care what they think about your house. Everyone has one person where they don't want them to think they're dirty or something. I know I have that person that I'm thinking of in my head that I don't want them to stop by and think, oh wow, Jessica's house was dirty. I probably shouldn't care what people think, but there's always one person. So be realistic with yourself. Whoever that person is, think about that person and think, if they were in my house right now, what would they think is wrong with my house? Or maybe you just have a friend that's like super clean and good at organizing, and her house is immaculate, and you're like, I want my house to look like hers. Put yourself in her shoes and think, if I was him or her, what would bother me about this kitchen area? Is there too many appliances out right now? Is an Instapot sitting like on your countertop that you don't regularly use? Maybe you could put that down and put more surface area open to use. in your kitchen. Maybe there's a blender out that should be put away in a cabinet, something like that. We don't have to have 1,000 appliances out. We could put those away and take them out when we use them. Even if we use them daily, it doesn't take that much effort to take them out and put them away. And I'm big into putting things out of sight, out of mind. I say that a lot, but I really like to keep my appliances in my cabinets and keep as much surface area showing as possible. Once you've done that, I like to get my wipes out, my Clorox wipes, or, I was given some wipes from the Avon line from the mother of my stepchildren. I love cleaning wipes. I love the lemon scented cleaning wipes of any sort, of any kind. I love them. They're my favorite thing to clean with. I also like Scrub Daddy stuff. They're more pricey, but their stuff's pretty good quality. I really like their sponges and stuff for doing the dishes. But let's go ahead, and if you're done loading the dishwasher and you're done getting everything out of sight, out of mind, and put away, or stuff that doesn't belong out of your kitchen, let's just go wipe down crazy. I want you guys to wipe down anything and everything. Start with your countertops. Make sure you get your faucet behind your sink, because food can splash when we're doing the dishes, and you can have stuff, splattered behind your sink. And I'm still getting my floors done. Yes, they have taken 2 weeks now to do it. It's ridiculous. But anyway, we are staying back in our home because they've done the subflooring. They just haven't put the actual flooring in. They're taking their sweet time. So there is dust everywhere, even though they put plastic up. So we've been, we do a little bit of dusting here and there, but we can't really do much until they put the actual flooring in. So we're definitely going to have to go dusting crazy, and I believe in wet dusting instead of dry dusting, so I'm not just letting dust up in the air. You can do whatever you're comfortable with and what you prefer, but I like to dust by using something wet. So I like to use a wet rag or a wet wipe or something like that. And I'm going to have to definitely do major dusting on my blinds and my walls, because when they took out that flooring and that, the concrete just created so much dust on the walls. There's a whole layer of dust everywhere. So maybe you need to dust. Obviously, you probably don't have the same problem I do in this case, but just wipe down any food splatter maybe on the wall. Maybe behind your stove has some oil. We want to get that right away, because if any oil splatters behind your oven, stove area, and it sits there for a while, it will stain your wall. So try to wipe that off. If you have some kind of degreaser spray, it's good to have that on hand for your stove. If you have any accumulation of black stuff or gunk or whatever on your stove, whether you have the little cages for gas stoves, or if you have the glass top electric stove, it's good to have a good degreaser for that stove. It really helps get it shiny and looking like new again. So maybe you want to spray some degreaser on your stove and let that sit while you're wiping everything else down. And probably use a rag when you're wiping that up instead of a wet wipe, I would think. That's what I do. I have these white terry cloths that I keep in bulk in my cabinet, and I use that for stuff like that. And they're just cheap white towels that are it's not a big deal if they get too dirty and I need to dispose of them. Those are my cleaning towels. I like to keep those on hand, and I like to keep wet wipes on hand, because my husband prefers cleaning with the white towels for some reason. He always has. He thinks that the wipes are wasteful. So if you're like him and you prefer to use rags, that's fine. You can use a multi-purpose cleaner and a rag, whatever you prefer, of course. But wipe down your chairs. Maybe you have kids and your chairs are sticky. Make sure you get the back of your chairs, of your dining room table, the sides of your table. Maybe you have a high chair that needs to be wiped down. Don't forget your microwave. Inside your microwave might need to get wiped down. And if your microwave's super bad, if it's been neglected, you might need to use degreaser on that microwave. So that's something to think about as well. If that little glass piece inside your microwave needs to be taken out and washed quickly, you could do that. I forgot to mention that during dish mode. So you can do that now if you need to. If you need to wipe the outside of your refrigerator down, you can do that. If you have like a stainless steel fridge and you have special cleaner for stainless steel, you can use that. If you just want to wipe it down with a wet wipe, that's fine too. Whatever you prefer, whatever works best for you, do that. I use, like I said, we all have different preferences. My husband likes using the white rags and multi-purpose cleaner, kitchen cleaner. And once you are done doing a thorough wipe down, you might have some crumbage or just stuff that has been brushed on the floor. We're going to do a thorough floor cleaning at the end of the episode because I don't like talking about doing the floors while we're listening to the podcast, because a lot of us have carpet and stuff like that. I'm going to have carpet, so obviously you can't listen to something while you vacuum. So just quickly do, if you have a hand vacuum, you can just vacuum up the crumbs really quickly, or just do a spot sweeping of the crumbs that you swept off of the table or whatever countertops. That way you're not tracking it into the living area, especially if you have carpeting. And then we're going to quickly move along to the carpeting to the living area. And the first thing I like to do with the living area is I like to open up all the windows if you have not already. If you did that at the beginning of the episode, great. If not, I really like to open the windows. That way it just, so one, I can see if there's dust, if there's anything that needs spot cleaning. Also, it brightens up my mood and helps you be more productive. But first things first, I like to get the centerpiece of the room, which is usually your couch and your dining table if you have one. But for me, it's my couch. So I like to first, when I'm doing my deep cleaning, hour-long episodes, I have a small house, so a lot of people are eating on my couch. You might not be like me. You might not have a household where people are eating on your couch. I do, so I like to take my cushions off and just do a quick vacuum. I have little kids. It needs it very often. So I like to take my cushions off. I do a quick vacuum. If you don't have a vacuum, hand vacuum, you can use the attachment of your big normal size vacuum, or you can just take a broom and sweep the crumbs or whatever is underneath your cushions onto the floor. Maybe it's just a toy or just random stuff that got stuffed underneath your cushions. Either way, it's good to check every once in a while. Even if you don't have kids, you might need to do just some cleaning, vacuuming under there every once in a while. Maybe you need to vacuum your actual couch. Maybe it just needs a quick vacuum, or maybe it needs a spot cleaning. I mentioned in past episodes I had this Resolve type. It wasn't the Resolve brand, but it was a carpet cleaner with a sponge attachment head attached to it, and you press a button and it had like this foam for cleaning upholstery or carpet, and I use that on my couch because although you could take the entire cushion covers off and wash them in the washer, if you do that too much, it will tear up your couch, especially if you have a cheaper couch. So I did a lot of spot cleaning of my couch. I still do. The reason why I'm using past tense is because right now I have no furniture in my house because they're doing my flooring. But yeah, if it needs spot cleaning, you could do that after you vacuumed underneath. If you have a couch that is raised and things go under your couch, make sure you check underneath your couch. This is a full hour clean, so we want to check underneath there. It may seem daunting. It may seem like a big task. Like, oh no, there's a lot of things under my couch. I don't want to do that today. But really, it only takes a couple minutes. I know, because I always have tons of stuff under my couch. And I don't always want to do it, but when I do, it really only takes me like 5 minutes to put everything away. So just quickly get a broom. I usually use my broom as like a tool to sweep. I get underneath my couch and I just sweep everything out from under it. There's usually toys and just random whatever items. There's always like random stuff. I had one of you laugh one time because I said I found an orange under my couch. That's happened before, that I've found all kinds of stuff under my couch. I have toddlers, so there's no telling. But, I do that and I get everything out and I just quickly put it away, vacuum, what have you. Whatever mess is underneath the couch. And then I like to, if you need to dust anything in your living area, you can do that now. If you need to wipe down any tables, side tables, if you have storage, things that are used for storage in your living area, like maybe you have a coffee table that opens up, if that is cluttered or messy or anything like that, you can write that down in your cleaning journal and take care of that at a different time. Or maybe it's not that bad and you can just quickly organize it or put some stuff away and fix it up a little bit. Or maybe you have like a cabinet or something in your living area with DVDs or, I don't know, miscellaneous stuff, any kind of display cabinets or anything that needs dusting. Whatever your house looks like, whatever's in your living area, if you need anything dusted, wiped down, now is the time to do that. TV stand, maybe you have some kind of shelving with decorations, maybe those need to be dusted or cleaned. Maybe your ceiling fan needs to be dusted or cleaned. Again, I like using wet dusting by using a wipe. That way I'm not, letting a bunch of dust into my house and breathing it in. I just prefer to do it that way. And make sure you check your entryway. Maybe you need to straighten up your welcome mats. Maybe they need to be brushed off. Maybe you need to open your front door and just kind of brush the dust off of your welcome mats. Bang them on your porch, get that dust out of your welcome mats. I like to do that occasionally. That's something to think about. Maybe you have windows that need to be sprayed with some glass cleaner and wiped down. I don't mention that a lot, but it's something that does need to be done every so often. Not super often, but it does need to be done. Maybe your window sills have I don't know, a dead fly on it or dust or something and need to be wiped down. Every once in a while, I like to check my windowsills and do a wipe down on my windowsill seals. And then I like to do just a quick wipe with the disinfecting wipes of any light switches, doorknobs, anything that gets a lot of touching, a lot of traffic. That way it disinfects it. And when I'm doing my living area, it makes me think of my pets. So if you have any pets, maybe you need to clean a litter box or do some pet chores at this time. I have a cat. Maybe you need to feed your animals, or maybe you have fish. You need to feed your fish or your dog or your cat or your turtle. I don't know. Whatever you have at your house, your bird. It just makes me think of pet chores. So if you have anything that you need to do, I like to clean my litter box when I'm cleaning my living area. That way, it's part of the routine and it's being done daily. You guys are doing amazing. I just want to take a moment to tell you guys that you're doing great. We are getting so much done. We've got the bulk of the immediate living areas done, what you first see when you walk in, and that is important and that is big, and we've done a lot. And getting our outer areas clean is a big feat, is a big thing to do, and it's it takes up a lot of time sometimes, and it's the place where we spend most of our time, and so it's important that we try to keep that clean because it'll improve our mood. And a lot of times with depression comes not cleaning your house, and it's a vicious cycle because your house being dirty makes you depressed. And so, just force yourself to get up and just start doing something, and eventually the more you force yourself and the more you do, the more you'll enjoy it and you'll actually take pride in it. And this time during the living area portion, I didn't mention this because I do mention it a lot, but I'll just go ahead and say it. Whenever I get little things for my living room, like a new candle or a new pillow or something, it makes me want to clean and makes me want to keep up with my living area for some reason. That's something that motivates me. So find whatever motivates you to want to clean your house and stick with it and do it. And it's worth buying, a $10 pillow every once in a while if it makes you take pride in your house and your cleaning. But let's go ahead and move on to the bathroom now. We're going to do a deep cleaning of our bathroom. A bathroom is another important one. I don't know how many bathrooms you have in your house, so if you have older kids or other people living with you, maybe you want to delegate and have them clean their bathrooms at this time. Or if you have to do all of them, that's fine. You can just rewind the bathroom portion and do multiple bathrooms, whatever you prefer to do. But let's go ahead, and the first thing I like to do when we walk into the bathroom is I like to get any clothing out of the bathroom and put it in the dirty clothes. So if you have dirty clothes on the floor, if you have teenagers, there's probably dirty clothes on the floor. I keep a laundry basket in my bathroom, so I like to move that to the laundry room. That way those clothes can be washed. If you're having problems with people, kids, whatever, if you have like middle schoolers, small kids that are showering and stuff on their own and they're leaving clothes on the floor, maybe try putting a laundry basket in the bathroom. That way they don't have to go far and they can just toss their stuff in there, and then whenever you clean the bathroom, you could just move it to the laundry room. I do that. And also, I don't know if when the last time is that I've mentioned this, but I have a trash can in my bathroom that has a lid on it, and I just really like it. And a lot of people have waste baskets that are open, and I don't know, I have a big trash can with a lid on it, and I just love it to death. I don't even know where we got it, but it's awesome, and I would highly recommend having a trash can with a lid. It's just better. Still be taking out your trash, so take out your bathroom trash, obviously, even if it does have a lid. But it's just more discreet, for feminine products. I have a lot of girls in my house, and so I like to have just a lid on it. I just find it to be better. But take out your bathroom trash after you've moved your laundry, and maybe if you have a smaller bathroom trash, you might want to put that in your kitchen trash and then take them out together. If your kitchen trash isn't completely full, you can put those two trashes together and take them out. I don't think I mentioned taking your kitchen trash out, so now just take out both of your trashes at the same time. You can take a moment to do that. And then once you're done with that, same thing as any other room, we're going to clear the surface area. So get anything that does not belong in your bathroom and just go ahead and put it away. And clear off the surface of your countertops. I want anything that does not deserve a permanent home on your countertops put away, out of sight, out of mind. If you have some kind of organizer or something on your countertop and it's supposed to be there, then that's fine. But I'm talking if you have makeup, cleansers, toothpaste, anything that doesn't need to be out and can be put into a drawer or be organized and put away into bins. And I recommend having lots of organization bins in your bathroom. That way people will be more likely to put things away where they go. And if you have a lot of organizing containers and different containers with labels on them, people are more likely to put things away where they go, especially if you have a lot of people in your house or different people, different kids. It's good to have labeled bins or just lots of different organizing things in your cabinet, especially if you only have a couple cabinets. That way people are putting things instead of just throwing everything underneath a cabinet and everything just getting all jumbled and gross like mine has been in the past. It's been a jumbled mess underneath my cabinets. So now that we have more organizing bins and the kids each have like a little box where they put their personal items, or I put their personal items that I find, hair ties, hairpins, makeup, whatever, what have you, belonging to each person, I'll put it in their bin. My mom showed me that, and that's pretty effective. I have a bin that we keep all of our hair, like a little, plastic container that I keep all of the hair items like brushes, hair ties, hair things. I keep all in a certain thing, stuff like that. The more of those you have, the more likely people are to put things away when they find them, if they know there's a place for it, instead of just throwing it in a drawer. So let's try to clear everything off of our countertop. The less clutter, the better. And then we're going to get wiped down happy again. So first we're going to clean our mirrors with Windex and paper towels. And then I'm going to get my trusty dusty lemon scented disinfecting wipes, and I'm just going to wipe down everything. So make sure you're getting your faucet. If there's any water buildup or soap scum or anything like that, they have special cleaners for that, scrubbing bubbles and whatnot, or you can use vinegar. But if you're keeping up with it, you're less likely to have it. You might still have some, but if you have a shower that, a standalone shower with like a glass door, a lot of times those will get buildup on it. So I don't have one of those, but I know my mom does, and she has to clean that regularly, which is why I recommend keeping a sponge in your bathtub with some kind of multi-purpose bathroom cleaner in it, that you can scrub down the shower or bathtub after you've showered in the morning, and that's a good way to maintain your restroom. But just wipe down first the mirrors, then your faucet, your countertops. Make sure you're getting the sides of the cabinets. If there's any toothpaste splatter, if you have kids, there's probably toothpaste splatter everywhere, so just wipe down everything. Then we're going to move on to the toilet. I like to put gloves on for the toilet because that way I get a more deep clean and I'm getting in there. First, I take my toilet cleaner, bowl cleaner. I like to use the squirtable Clorox bleach, the one that squirts in the rim of the toilet bowl, and I squirt that first. That way it's sitting in there and permeating and cleaning. And then I do a very thorough wipe down, starting with the parts that you touch first, but I'm using disposable wipes for this. I just prefer to use disposable wipes because it's the toilet and it's gross and it grosses me out. If you have special sponges you use for the toilet, then that's fine. You can do that. I know a lot of people, I like to use disposable things, but if you are a person that likes to conserve and save, and that's fine, and you have specific sponges for your cleaning the toilet, for cleaning, the kitchen, whatever, and you have them and you clean them and you sanitize them and you prefer to do that, then more power to you. I'm just telling you what I like to do is use disposable wipes, but you could use whatever. You can have specific sponges that you're cleaning and organizing and sanitizing after use, and that's fine. As long as you're labeling and you're using, bathroom for the bathroom, toilet stuff for the toilet stuff. You don't want to cross-contaminate anything, but I like to do handles first, anything like the seats first, and then the lid for the toilet does usually snap off so you can get a real deep clean on the back. That back part of the toilet usually gets dirty quickly. I like to wipe that down very regularly. And make sure you're getting the sides of the toilet, that little, notch bottom part side of the toilet. I don't know what it's called, but oftentimes it gets a lot of dust accumulated there. So make sure you get that behind the toilet, just every surface of the toilet. Make sure you're getting behind it. The floor behind the toilet while I'm wiping down. Since I have gloves on already, I like to go ahead and wipe down behind the toilet too, just in case it's missed while I'm cleaning the floor. And then once you're done completely wiping down everything, if you get your toilet bowl scrubber and just scrub the inside of your toilet. And I like to clean my scrubber afterwards in the bathtub, since I'm going to bleach the bathtub anyway. That's what I personally do. I don't know what everyone else does, but for me, I do it. I like to scrub the toilet with the toilet bowl cleaner. Then I clean the toilet bowl cleaner in the bathtub with the bleach, and then put it back where it goes. And then I move on to bleach the tub and do a deep cleaning of the tub. And they have pumice stones with handles on it for the rim of the toilet. If you have hard water stains or just stains underneath the rim that aren't coming off with the bleach, you can scrub it really good with a pumice stone. And my mom has some pumice stones that have like this handle attached to it for cleaning toilets and stuff like that. Just in case you don't want to get in there with just the stone itself. And then, like I said, if you're maintaining, it probably won't be that bad, but I like to bleach you can use Ajax and just get the whole shower, bathtub situation wet with the shower head, and then dampen it, and then sprinkle the Ajax on there, let it sit. Make sure your bathroom is well ventilated. If you're doing this, you can use that, or if it's really bad and it's really stained, I've mentioned before that the toilet bowl cleaner bleach is really good at getting stains off. It is more expensive, and obviously you use a lot of it. But it's really good for getting the grout because it has that pointable nozzle, and it's really good at getting those really hard stains off of the bathtub. But just bleach the bathtub whatever way you prefer, and then get your bath sponge, the sponge that you usually use for your shower. For the bleaching part, I like to have separate sponges for just my day-to-day, the one that I keep the bathroom cleaner in, that I do my daily cleaning, and then I have a different sponge that I use for when I'm scrubbing the bleach, and I like to wear gloves for this part too. And then I'll scrub the bathtub, making sure I get the faucet, the shower head, the walls, making sure I move all of the shampoos and everything, and get every little notch, the grout. Sometimes that grout will get really dirty and just look gross and make your bathtub look dirty even though it's not. So again, that Clorox toilet bowl cleaner is good for just bleaching the grout and getting that nice and clean. You can even use a toothbrush and just scrub it. And then you can either just do a wipe down of the grout, by the bottom of the of the bathtub, or you can bleach that and use a toothbrush if it needs it, or if it just needs a quick wipe down. My mom mentioned before that sometimes she'll just get the Swiffer pads, since she has gloves on already, and she'll just get the wet Swiffer pad because she has a Swiffer, and she'll just use her hand and just wipe down the bathroom if she has a small bathroom for her guest bathroom. And then for her bigger bathroom, obviously she uses the actual Swiffer to clean it because it's more surface area. But I have a small bathroom, so I like to do the method where I just use my hand and get behind the toilet and just use a Swiffer pad to just clean the floor really quickly. So, whatever you prefer to do. But like I said, if you have multiple bathrooms, you can rewind that part and just do the same thing with your other restroom. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the bedroom now. So first thing with the bedrooms I like to do is get all the dirty clothes and move them to the laundry area to be washed. I usually have a laundry basket for each kid in each room, and then I will line them up behind my couch. That's where my laundry stuff is. My washer and dryer. And my big kids, my teenagers that stay with us on the weekends, they like to keep their stuff separate, so they have separate bins. But I have them bring all their dirty clothes to the laundry area when I'm cleaning my room, and then I delegate for them to clean their rooms at the same time. When they're here, if you have kids at home right now, you can tell them to delegate. If not, then maybe you have small kids and you're cleaning their rooms too. That's fine. But anyway, get your clothing out, your dirty clothes out. And then if you need to wash your bedding, I like to wash my bedding at least once a week at the very least. I usually wash it more than that. But go ahead and take off all your bedding. And again, it depends on you personally. I'm not saying you have to wash your bedding more than once a week. Sheets, I do usually wash more than once a week just because they get dirty, because my kids often hop into bed with me, and they drink bottles in bed. But anyway, or sippy cups, whatever. anyway, take your bedding off, put it in the laundry area. If you have not vacuumed your mattress in a while, I recommend doing that at least once a month at the very least. But, you know, you do sleep when you're sleeping on a mattress, your dead skin cells get on that mattress, and it's very important to every once in a while just vacuum your mattress. It only takes a second, and it's just good to do at least once a month. So you can do that when you clean your floors and you already have your vacuum out, or you can do it now. And then same thing as any other room, just pick up anything that doesn't belong. I did a complete overhaul of my bedroom recently. I talked about that in a previous episode. We cleaned under the bed and we used that for storage. Now I had a kid bed in my room that the kids were sleeping on when they crawled into bed with me. And then they had 2 beds in their room. So I was like, this is just taking up space. They hardly ever sleep in it anyway. So I finally got rid of it, and I kept their crib mattress, and I just have it I slide it underneath my bed when I'm not using it. And it's like made with, a sheet and a blanket and everything, and I just slide it under the bed. And then if they do decide to sleep in my room, I will in their own beds instead of in my bed, I will slide that mattress out and just lay them in there. And that just takes up a lot more space. That's just something less space. That's just something I decided to do. And maybe you need to make a change in your bedroom. Maybe you need to move some stuff around. If it feels cluttery and you don't like being in there, it's time for a change. And that's with any room. If you don't like being in a certain room of your house, you probably need to spend some time in there and deep clean. So if you find yourself avoiding certain areas of your house, like I'm not going in this back bedroom because it just is cluttery and I just don't like being in there, you probably need to overhaul and do a deep cleaning of that bedroom. That's my bedroom. Is a space where there's a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff, and it needed to be, and a lot of stuff needed to get out of that room and moved to different areas of the house or gotten rid of, because there was just too much stuff in that small of a room. And we have really small rooms in our house, so I have less stuff than other people with larger rooms, and you just know your limits for your rooms. If I didn't want to be in my room because it was cluttery, so getting rid of that bed was really important for me. Now I actually enjoy being in my own bedroom, and I got rid of a lot of clothes so I can actually find more of my clothes. And I thought I got rid of clothes before, but I was still having trouble finding clothes, so I needed to go through again and overhaul it again and get rid of more and more and more stuff. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes it's hard to let go, and the first time you purge, you don't quite get everything that you needed to purge. And I held on to a lot of stuff that I still don't wear, so I had to go in. Sometimes you need to bring someone else with you. I brought a friend, and she was like, I've never seen you wear this, and you need to let go. And she helped me to let go of a lot of stuff and to purge a lot of items that I was holding on to for no reason. So maybe you just need some help. Maybe you just need me to help you. I'm telling you that if you haven't worn something in months and it's not or years, it's not because of weather changes or anything, you just don't like something, you don't like the way it fits you, you're not keeping it for any good sentimental reason, get rid of it. And if you're not sure about something, keep a box that you keep in your garage maybe, or wherever. Have a box of I don't knows. Have a box of things that you're not sure if you should get rid of, you're not quite ready to let go, but you want to reevaluate it. A box of maybes, if you will. So whenever you're purging your room, just keep a box, or if you're a person that has trouble getting rid of stuff. If you don't, then you don't have to do this. But if you're like me and you have trouble getting rid of stuff, just keep a box of maybes. Go back after, a couple days, look at the maybes again, see if there's anything you're ready to get rid of. If you are, great. If not, then great. It doesn't matter. But try to get rid of as much as possible. Try to purge. Like I said, I'm going to say it one more time because I needed to hear this. And so I'm sure one of you needs to hear this. If you do not like being in a certain area of your house, it's probably cluttered. You probably need to do some rearranging or get rid of a lot of stuff. And I needed to hear that for my 2 back bedrooms. They needed serious overhauls, and I feel so much better. And I have a small house as it is, so there is no room for clutter and for rooms to be storage rooms. No room should be used for miscellaneous junk. If there's miscellaneous junk, it needs to be thrown away or given away or donated. And you'll find that out when you move to a different house. Everyone, like, when they move, they realize how much junk they have. And I think a lot of us have a lot more random nonsense than we really think we have. And I have been in the same house for 3 years, so I've accumulated a lot of stuff. 3 years may not seem like a lot for some of you. Some of you are like, probably live in your house for 20 years, and you probably have a lot more junk. And I mean, even your garage. I don't talk about garages a lot. I need to. I don't have a garage. I have it's more like a shed area, but it functions as a garage, and we recently did go through it, so I will talk about that on a 20-minute episode, on a Sunday episode one of these days, because those need to be purged too, because whenever you do have to move or find something or get Christmas ornaments out or whatever, what have you, and your attic or your garage area is just riddled with junk and just stuff that you're never going to see, never going to use. It's good to go through that stuff every once in a while and just do some spring cleaning. So I'll talk about that in a later episode, but hopefully you guys got some good stuff out of today's episode. Do not forget to do a laundry switch, maybe do another load of laundry if you have time, kick your feet up, fold some of that laundry, watch some good shows, do something relaxing while you're folding. Listen to music, watch a show, whatever you like to do. But before you fold your clothes, I want you guys to do a full house floor clean. So that means sweeping and mopping your kitchen, vacuuming. And if you have older kids or somebody else in your house that can help you, delegate, get some help. Don't be afraid to tell other people to help you clean. I'm bad at delegating. It's something I need to work on. Ask for help sometimes. But make sure you do a full house sweep and mop, or if you have carpeting, vacuum, and do a full house floor clean. Just do it all at once, and it'll seem like less work if you just quickly knock it out. And then once you're done, like I said, kick up your feet, put on your favorite show, your favorite song, your favorite podcast. Listen to me again. Just kidding. Whatever you want to do. If you're still feeling cleany, if you notice something that needs decluttering and you want to go back and listen to a decluttering episode, do that. You can keep listening to another episode if you still have momentum and you still feel like cleaning after you do your floors. Go with it. Every time I'm still going and I still have that momentum after an hour. It's rare, but when it happens, I try to roll with it and I try to, keep going and organize something. So if you do have that, go ahead and use it. If you do have that energy, use it. But I know an hour-long cleaning session is a lot, and you guys have gotten a lot done, and I'm super proud of you guys. You guys did a lot today. You got a lot done. Even if you just did your kitchen, you got a lot done. So I'm really proud of y'all. I hope you guys got a lot out of this episode. I hope you got a lot done. And I hope that you do not forget to fold that laundry. Do not leave that laundry sitting in that basket. One of you is going to leave the laundry in the basket. Don't do it. Fold it. And as always, happy cleaning.